Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Well, Phil, we've got Patrice from Set Free Care in Southport on the Gold Coast, who've been doing an amazing work as Tropical Cyclone Alfred was bearing down on the coast, and she joins us now. Patrice, welcome to Rise and Shine.
Thank you for having me.
Patrice, there's been obviously wild weather happening, and lots of people who are doing it tough and living on the streets need somewhere to go when that happens, but also people whose homes were at threat from flooding. Can you tell us about what Set Free Care has been doing during this challenging time?
Sure, not a problem. So typically our normal operations, we look after our homeless community. So we feed them, we clothe them, and we provide other services like shower and laundry services. When Tropical Cyclone Alfred was on its way and hitting, we obviously wanted to do something more to protect our vulnerable community. So Council asked us if we would be willing to open our doors and provide shelter throughout the cyclone event. So that's exactly what we did. On Wednesday night, we opened our doors, and since then, we have been operating 24/7. We've had our homeless community come and sleep here, stay here, and we've been feeding them, looking after them. And this is not just Set Free Care here. We've had an amazing response from a wide range of networks. We're connected with a faith community network. We're connected with other disaster stakeholders, and so we've all just come together and provided everything that they need, the resources, everything we need to feed them. The response has been amazing. The people that have slept over here have been respectful and grateful and beautiful, and it just, we've just been so blessed that we've been able to provide this shelter for them during this time.
Can you tell us what to our listeners, what the shelter looks like? Have you got just people sleeping on mattresses on the floor? Like, what sort of accommodation have you got?
So we've got a big hall-type set up out the back. So during the day, we set up tables and chairs. So we fit approximately 100 people in. We keep the table and chairs up throughout the day while we have breakfast, snacks, lunch, and then dinner. Then after dinner, we pack away all the tables and chairs, and then Council has graciously provided us with stretchers, 100 stretchers, and bedding and pillows. So that's when our space turns into overnight big sleepover.
Wow. Patrice, it's just amazing to me because this is really the hands and feet of Jesus. This is when you get to show Jesus to the most vulnerable in our society. Have you got volunteers coming in? Because that's 24/7. It's a big ask to try and help people during this time. And of course, you've got your own family, so you're away from them. Who's been your hands and feet during this time?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could list every single person, but we have had so many people come in to volunteer their time who obviously have got devastation happening in their own homes. And that we've had incredible response. So our own internal volunteers that are here daily in normal operations, they've come and helped. We've had, I won't even start listing the different faith networks because I'm scared I'll miss someone out. But we've had a whole response from the faith network that have sent in armies to come in and help us. And it's just been incredible because the team here, we've been here 24/7 rotating, and there's days that we're just exhausted. Our brains aren't working. Our speech isn't working anymore. Our brain's not connecting properly. We're exhausted. So to have other people just come in and help us or advocate for us in different spaces where we need things has just been, it's made our job so much easier and lighter. And, we know that God's hand is over this place. We feel it in the peace and the calm. At night time we feel it. It's just amazing. It's incredible. We're so very blessed.
Yeah, so you've had 100 people per night for 5 nights now.
We've had 100 people approximately access our hub throughout the day. So that would be, our homeless community, but also those who have lost power in and around our suburb. So they've come to access food and showers and laundry because they can't do that at home at the moment. But out of those 100, on average, we have half of those days. So it's been approximately 50 each night that have been sleeping over, and they typically are the ones that are sleeping rough outside of the cyclone as well.
Yeah, and for our listeners all around Australia, the Southport's on the north end of the Gold Coast. Are there any other centres or shelters like yours in different parts of the Gold Coast that are doing the same thing, helping people who need somewhere to stay?
Burley Church of Christ, they were operating as the same as we are, providing shelter for the homeless. So they have just closed their doors yesterday and relocated. They had about 30 people that would sleep over, and they did an incredible job providing the same services, the same shelter, the same food and support and resources from Wednesday night until yesterday.
Oh, Patrice, so inspiring. And I think for our listeners across the country today, a great reminder to pray for extra strength for you and your team, and for grace for those families, many of whom still won't have power. Like, not everyone on the Gold Coast. There's still lots of people without power, challenging still to get to school for some of them, but your volunteers have been going and being the hands and feet of Jesus. We're just upholding you in prayer for extra strength, extra grace upon you, and we're so thankful that you've been able to be that hands and feet of Jesus in our community. Thank you so much, Patrice.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
So that's Patrice from Set Free Care in Southport on the Gold Coast. Patrice, if people want to check you out online, maybe go to your website. Have you got a website they can go to?
Yeah, we do. They can go to setfreecare.org.
Setfreecare.org.
I think we were waiting for the .au, but it didn't come. So just
No, there is no .au.
brilliant.
Well, you're doing an amazing job, Patrice, and we're proud of you, as fellow believers that the church is just stepping up, as Phil said, and just all those vulnerable people in a really difficult time last week had somewhere to stay and be clothed and be fed. And it's thanks to you and your team, Patrice, and also the Burley Uniting Church, as you said, on the other end of the Gold Coast there. So God bless you so much, and we wish you all the best in all the future work that you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.